Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, I wanted to just bring you a really quick, snappy little update about some news that pretty much just literally came out from PlayStation. We now know when the next PlayStation event is going to be happening, the next State of Play, and it's confirmed to be happening on August 6th. So for most of you guys, that'll be happening this Thursday. It will be happening at 1 PM Pacific Standard Time. There have been an absolute abundance of rumors floating around for the past sort of couple of weeks or so from gaming insiders about how August 6th will in fact be the next State of Play date, and yeah, it turns out that most of those guys were correct, so kudos to them. Now of course these are always exciting times, especially because we are leading up to that of the release of the PlayStation 5. However though, it is important to take note of the information that PlayStation also attached alongside the announcement of the date and time. They said right here what to expect: to focus on upcoming PlayStation 4 and PSVR games, a few quick check-ins on third-party and indie games from June's PS5 showcase, and no big PlayStation 5 announcements. So it really seems like the focus point of this State of Play will more so be games that are upcoming for that of PlayStation 4, and a little bit of indie stuff there on the side from obviously June's PS5 showcase. But I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Get dang it, on a Wednesday, no major PS5 announcements, what are you twisting my titty?" This pretty much means that we are not going to get a release date, we're not going to get a price point, and no pre-orders. And I think at this point this is like the thing that most of us are pretty much holding out for. There's also that theory out there that's floating around that both Microsoft and Sony are kind of waiting for each other to reveal the price points of their systems before one or the other ends up making that next move to, of course, combat the decision. Who knows if that's true, but I'm sick of being blue-balled. I really gotta know how much this sucker's gonna cost, dude, and exactly when I can expect to get my nipples wet in that next generation goodness. However, I am excited for this because of the fact that I feel like there could be a chance that Melody of Memory may potentially show up during the State of Play. Now, of course, as it always goes, set your expectations in check. However though, because of the fact that Melody of Memory is set for a 2020 release, that pretty much means that Square Enix have about 5 months to promote the shit out of this game. That is of course on the basis that we do not receive a dang delay. Now, I get it, this is a smaller Kingdom Hearts title, it is nowhere near to the same degree as something like Kingdom Hearts 3, so overall it doesn't really need overly too much promotion, but the game was revealed back in June, so it's very likely that we could be seeing the next trailer for Melody of Memory this month. However, if it isn't this month, I would say September, without a doubt, is probably going to be the month where we will definitely get the next Melody of Memory trailer. Again, if it's not August, it's got to be September. Tokyo Game Show is going to be happening next month. I believe it is going to be digital. We know that every single year without fail, Square Enix always have a major presence there. So if there's no Melody of Memory during State of Play, there will most certainly be one during TGS's event. Otherwise though, what can we sort of expect from the State of Play? Again, keep your expectations in check. It's probably going to be a lower hype event compared to the previous PlayStation events throughout this year. But let's just quickly run through some of this stuff. As we know, the PS4 is still set to receive some kind of smaller titles, some more exciting than others. Windbound, survival-based game that I know has a little bit of hype around, so that is set to actually release at the end of this month. So I'd say it's very possible that PlayStation will probably show up a little bit more to do with this. Going Under is another sort of indie-based game, which again is not too far off of release. I believe that's in September or something like that, so there could be some more promotion there. Where the Heart is a sort of walking sim, narrative-driven game. Again, indie. It's meant to be releasing sometime in winter, so I would say again, more stuff towards that could potentially come out. And so many other smaller titles like Boundary, Little Nightmares 2, Twin Mirror. There's a lot of smaller based indie stuff that is on the horizon that I feel like Sony are probably going to push hard during the State of Play stream. I know that's always kind of a sigh, but then again the indie scene is always getting more and more and more impressive. So I know out of the bunch of indie games that are slated for PlayStation 4 currently for a release of this year, there's at least got to be one in there that will surely catch you guys' interest that should get some more information during this stream. Now, talking towards some more bigger stuff, I would absolutely love to see an update on Gods and Monsters. This was revealed back in 2018, and it kind of seems like there was sort of some development struggles going on there, and it's remained very quiet for quite some time. I believe earlier this year we did actually get an update from Ubisoft within one of their financial reports that pretty much stated that Gods and Monsters is still slated to release sometime either this year or before April of 2021. Still to this day though, there really hasn't been too much more footage or overly massive information towards the game. This is meant to be an open world action-adventure game in similar essence to that of like Assassin's Creed. It is from the same team that made Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but just with more of that sort of cartoonier aesthetic. The game most certainly gives me some massive Breath of the Wild vibes, so that's probably why I want to learn a little bit more about exactly what this is. I need to see more of it. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, again, this is not too far off, and I can picture Sony actually going ahead and throwing a big juicy trailer out for this. I know a lot of people are excited for this. It's throwing all of the greatest LEGO games, which are the Star Wars ones, let's let that be known, into one fat thick old package. Finally, we're getting those LEGO Star Wars games, the older ones, for current gen systems. It's taken them fucking ages, but I'm glad to see it. So I'd like to see maybe a little update again towards this. There have actually been quite a few leaks come out towards the Skywalker Saga recently, so maybe that might sort of push them to try get out something extra for that of the state of play. Worms Rumble also got revealed back in June, I believe, and so far there's only an announcement trailer. I know this is quite controversial with kind of the direction that Team 7 are taking this in. Regardless though, I would say we're probably in for another big sort of trailer towards this during the stream. I'm somewhat also expecting Avengers to show up. However though, recently Square Enix did end up doing their own War Table stream where it was sort of talking more so about the beta, more stuff to expect in the game itself. Maybe like a little highlight sizzle reel for Avengers from the stuff that was shown in the recent War Table stream that Square did will be implemented into the state of play. We'll just have to wait and see. I feel like at this point we probably have enough Avengers footage floating around, but it's totally possible. And lastly, maybe a bit of Cyberpunk, although I highly doubt it because it seems like CD Projekt Red are kind of just doing their own thing with their own stream to provide updates towards the game. The game is obviously slated for November, and it hasn't been overly too long since the last major update towards Cyberpunk. I doubt it, but it would be juicy to see. And that's pretty much it. Again, I would say, like, honestly, just keep your expectations in check. It definitely seems like PlayStation are trying to damage control this in the ways of expectations, with just giving us that information saying, hey, like, the major focus point is pretty much going to be PS4, no big PS5 stuff, which kind of seems a little bit strange considering we're in August. If these next-gen consoles are meant to release in November or December, you'd think, these companies would be making use of each month leading up to those months, whatever month it might be, to promote the absolute living turkey nipples out of their next systems. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Now guys, that's all from me today. Just wanted to get this news and information out to you guys. I will most likely be streaming this, just if in case there is something kind of juicy there, and also looking towards Melody of Memory, if that is going to be a thing. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.